Okay, here's the second example. Second example here, you can pause it, copy this problem. And I want to do this one and maybe one more that have these radicals like this. Okay, so we're being asked to find all 6 trigonometric ratios, or even if they ask you for one, we still got to go through the whole thing. All right, so we need all the 3 sides, and it's just best to find all of them and then just answer the ones that they want, or if they ask you for all 6, you can have all 6. If they just ask you for one, well, you'll have that one too. Okay, so again, you're gonna have the situation where there's gonna be a missing side. All right, so what do we got to do? We got to do a little side work over here. And just like on the previous problem, let me copy it over here on the side. That's a 9. That's the angle there. That's the 5 root 10. I got to find this missing side, so I got to do a Pythagorean theorem first, huh? So that's a little side problem in itself. You got to get this side correct. Don't mess that up. Well, Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? Oops, let me zoom out. And the c side is the hypotenuse. Label that one C. These other ones, it doesn't matter which one's A, which one's B, okay? All right, we've done this many times, so you should be okay with this. Let's put this down. So that's A is the A squared, we don't know. That's the side we're trying to find, plus B, which is 9 squared, equals 5 root 10. And I got to square that. That's where you got to watch out right there. Okay, so that's going to be A squared plus 9 times 9 is 81 equals, and here, this is a 5 root 10 times another 5 root 10. That's going to be what? This 5 times this 5, so it's 5 times 5 times, and then what? Square root of 10 times another square root of 10 is 10. So it's 5 times 5 times, but then when you multiply these two, the square root of 10 with the square root of 10, it's a whole number 10. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 10, that's 250. Careful when you do these. This is where you don't want to make a mistake. And now I got to subtract, right? Subtract 81, subtract 81. You're going to get A squared equals, I don't know what that is, 250 minus 81. 169, 169. Oh, 169 is a perfect square root number. Let me try that again. 250 minus 81. Yeah, 169. 169 is a perfect square number, right? Because that's what's going to happen next. We got to square root both sides to get A by itself. And yeah, the square root of 169 is 13. Yep, I see it there, 13. All right, we found that missing side. It's a good number. It's 13. All right. Whew, that's good. So we're going to put a 13 here, but really we're going to go back to our original problem here. Where is it? This one. All right, now we can do the trig ratios. We just found out that this side here is a 13. All right, we got all 3 sides. Let's do it. Here comes the easy part now, right? Now that we got these numbers right. Now when we do this and try to find, for sine, cosine, tangent, right, for SOHCAHTOA, we got to label the sides. Not A, B, C, it's going to be H for hypotenuse. Here's the angle, so that's O for opposite, and that's A for adjacent. We got to label it this three other ways, right? All right, got that down. All right, let's do it. We know SO, we know KA, and we know TOA. That's going to help me get sine. Sine is a O over H. O over H. O, 13 over 5 root 10. Cosine is a 9 over h 5 root 10. And then tangent is O 13 over A 9. All right. At this point, first, I know we have the radicals in the denominator. Don't fix them. Just believe what I'm telling you. Don't fix those right now. First, see if these whole numbers can reduce. None of these can reduce. None of these can reduce. None of these can reduce. All right. I don't want you to fix these now. I want you to first get the other three. Get the other three. So tangent is paired up or is a reciprocal function of cotangent. Sine is cosecant and cosine is secant. So again, there was nothing to reduce, so here's the easy part. Once I pair them up correctly, we can get these reciprocal is put the 5 root 10 on the top and the 13 on the bottom. Put the 5 root 10 on the top and the 9 on the bottom. Put the 9 on the top and the 13 on the bottom. Oops, sorry. All right, just flip it over, right? Now this is why I don't want you to fix them because when you got to get these other two, when you find these three and then now you have to find these next three. Once you switch this over, see this one's okay. This one's okay. The square root's on the top. This one's good. I have nothing to fix. Here also, the square root's on the top. This one's okay. These are okay because they're just whole numbers, right? We can't reduce them, so those are fine. And this is why I tell you to wait to the very end. Now the only ones you have to fix are these two. The only two that you have to fix are these two because you cannot have this square root on the bottom. Actually, it's only the root 10, right? But you can't have that in the bottom. All right, so how do I fix that? Let's do it down here. Oops. Right, because you won't see that answer in your assignments. If I got sine is 13 over 5 root 10, I'm okay with the 5 and I'm okay with the 13. Those are whole numbers. Only the radical has to be fixed, so you only have to multiply radical 10. The 5 you don't have to multiply with another 5. Just this radical 10, another radical 10, and another radical 10 on top. So that would give you for sine 13 root 10, right? This times this is just 13 root 10 over. What's going to happen here? You still got the 5. 5 times a square root of 10 times another square root of 10 is 10. So that means that for sine you would get what? Right, we're doing sine. That means that for sine we're going to get 13 root 10 over what? 5 times 10 is 50. And actually this will be it for this one. Again, we always check and see if these can reduce, but it can't, right? It can't. We're going to do the same thing for cosine, right? We got to fix cosine also, this one right here. All right, let's do it here. Cosine is, what do we get? 9 over 5 root 10. So I got to multiply by what? The square root of 10, the square root of 10. It'd be nice if I can scoot this over, right? Cosine was 9, right here. 9 over 5 root 10, so I just copied it over here. I'm doing the work over here. I can't leave this radical on the bottom, so I have to do this. So that's going to be what? This, when you multiply it, is 9 root 10. This will be what? Again, same thing that happened over here. I have the 5 times what? The square root of 10 times the square root of 10 is just 10. That'll be 5 times 10. That's why you're going to get what? 50. We put 50 right here. Here's your answer for cosine. Your ratio, cosine is 9 root 10 over 50. You can never reduce a number inside the radical with a whole number. But you always check you can always check a whole number with a whole number. This doesn't reduce anymore, so that's the final answer for it. And there we go, we got all 6. All right, let's see if I do another one. I might do another third video with another similar problem, okay?